All right, we good. Locked and ready to roll.
Yeah, exactly.
We are on.
We already locked in.
We should have
man.
worn. We should have worn orange and green, but it's all right. It's all right.
We
We're both
should
wearing
have.
black.
We should have.
Both wearing black. We
It's
used
okay.
more get gray. That's all right. Anyways, yes, welcome to the Running Gun Podcast, Season 5, Episode 12. With the title being the Family Orange and Green Draft, but we're also going to be talking NBA Playoffs Preview.
Of course.
Joined later on by an old friend, I guess. It's been like a year. Who knows?
Oh, really? It has. It's been an eternity. He'll be here eventually.
Who knows?
But yeah, as they said, we're going to talk about other things as well as the NBA playoffs. Certain someone's still undefeated in Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
They might even go 62-0.
Hey, I need them to just lose starting next Tuesday or Wednesday for 2 weeks. That's all I need.
Why?
Because when they were winning, the Lightning were losing. I need them to just lose for 2 weeks so the Lightning can just beat the crap out of the Maple Leafs. As long as the Lightning aren't the team that give the Maple Leafs their first playoff series win in like 18 years, I'm happy.
Did you put your shirt on? Is your lucky shirt ready to go?
It's right there. So right over there. So,
okay, is it clean though? Did you clean it yet?
Yeah, it's clean.
Okay,
it's
so
clean. The shirt didn't work the last time.
That means now that you cleaned it, we cannot clean it again until after the playoffs. But you notice now, you've already started. You can't go back on this now. Well, then again, when do the playoffs start? Let's be more specific. When do
next
the playoffs
Tuesday.
Start? So you have until next Tuesday to wear it and do whatever you want in it when you have to wash it. After Tuesday, ain't no more washing it. You got to roll with it. You carry some breeze around with you though.
I got a bottle of Axe. We're good.
All right, cool. But yeah, folks, we're gonna talk about all of it, tonight. Family had the orange and green game draft, and actually about literally a few minutes ago, it just ended. Actually, so it's very interesting. A couple of additions on both sides. Ace is going to be interested to hear how it went. I think a little bit of it was by design. A couple other spring games this weekend, and even next weekend. So it's very interesting across the board so far. And someone requested a trade.
Oh, yeah. Mr. ACL Hunter. Anyway, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. If you are on Twitter, click the avatar picture of Penalty Talk. I'll put out the live tweet in a minute. And hop into the link into the channel. Hop into the comment section of this one because the comment section on Twitter doesn't work.
Also, I think
the comment section on Facebook doesn't work either.
I'm not sure. I know you can leave a like on Facebook because it'll show up there on the little thing on our end. So for a like, but I don't know if the comment section works. If it doesn't work, someone try to comment on Facebook. And then if it doesn't work on Facebook, head over to YouTube to the YouTube channel. Just type in Penalty Talk and it'll be the first thing that pops up. So yeah, let's go ahead and roll this intro. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JP.
This is the Bug.
This is JC.
This is Flash.
This is Jimi Hendrix.
And you're listening to.
And you're listening to.
And you're listening to.
And you're listening to the Run and Gun Podcast.
So, without further ado,
orange and green draft.
So yeah, I know Ace probably didn't see all of it. It was
no. I literally just came home. I have no idea what happened.
Plus, Ace doesn't have Facebook like a lot of us senior citizens do. So bear with me, Ace, while I put my glasses on. I'm just playing. I just wanted to see what his reaction was going to be. But
Mhm.
so yeah. So as many people know, the first pick by Team Orange was Kamari Stevens, who led the team with 10 sacks last season. Actually, very impressive. I honestly, I would have said I thought Musa and Major were going to be the first two picks, but they weren't that much far behind. They were both honestly third and fourth picks, essentially, or yeah, in that neighborhood. Yeah, third and fourth picks. So yeah, the second
Not
pick
further.
was Ashton Grable, followed by on Team Green, and then Jeremy Musa, and Isaiah Major both won his two picks for Team Green, and then Jalen Goss and linebacker Jordan Moore both won his picks for Team Orange. As we all know, Jordan Moore didn't play in the 2022 season because of the ineligibility issue. He never got
He's
ruled.
one to move into linebacker, right?
Yes, move. Honestly, looking at his tape from when he was in like community college, he was a very large safety. So honestly, him moving down to the box made a lot of sense. I mean, realistically, I still don't rule out the fact that we may see him play a little bit of safety or play in the slot this year. But it's very interesting. It's a very exciting occurrence because now I'm looking forward to Saturday and getting to finally see Jordan Moore and see what he can actually do because he didn't play in the spring game last year. He wasn't on campus yet.
Well,
But
it's gonna be interesting. If we talked a lot about him last week, I want to say it was, and all the different potential benefits he brings as a linebacker.
mhm,
Potentially could be like their version of Fred Warner, who's like that really big guy who could cover very well, but
yeah,
he's not, and he can also run stop.
I agree.
Different level on the defense, and he was pick orange, right? Team orange.
Yeah, he was Team Orange. He was Team Orange along with, oh my gosh, let me find it. Team Orange along with Jalen Goss, both back to back picks. And
Hmm.
then also, too, another person that landed on Team Orange was offensive lineman. Oh my goodness, where is it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Yeah, offensive lineman. No, it was not TJ Lee. Oh dear. I thought I had it. Thought I had it on here.
Your senior citizen moment.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. TJ
Left
Demis.
it open.
TJ Demis out of CCC ended up on Team Orange as well. Pinellas County, yeah, representing for the folks down here in Central Florida and stuff. So there was that. Among those, also, tight end Kobe Gross, who ended last year very strong in the Florida Classic. Uh, the leader in the clubhouse as far as interceptions goes, Javon Morgan, taken very late. I was surprised by that.
No
And
one values the corner anymore.
honestly, that's what was very surprising, dude. The running backs went pretty.
Or it's that they like the offense more than they like some defense
I think a
on
lot.
the outside, passing wise. Does it make a better game if it's a lot of passing and not a whole lot of running and
Mhm,
good corner play? Just
mhm.
saying, no offense to the corners or the running backs. Nothing on you guys. It's just, you know, the ratings essentially.
Yeah, no, I agree. And here's the thing: I think a little bit of it was by design because they didn't. The draft is still actually going on as we speak. It's just not live on Facebook. Because what it is because notice no wide receivers were taken. So we didn't see Marquez Phillips, we didn't see David Manigo, we didn't see Jamari Shareed, we didn't see any of those guys get taken. Those guys are probably being taken now as we speak because they probably strategically are breaking it up a certain way so that way they can see certain looks. And then we also didn't see Junior Meritovich get picked. We saw Trey Fisher, who's the son of Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M. He got picked. He was the second quarterback off the board. So at that point, we really only saw two quarterbacks get taken. We only saw one running back get taken. You got to think about it. We only and of all of them, we only saw truly four transfers. Alan Smith, who's the Louisville transfer, got taken by Team Green. You had Jaquez Yant, who's the Nebraska running back, who's
That's
the
interesting.
behemoth of a human being. He's built like a defensive end. He was taken by Team Green. And then also, geez, all the top transfers got taken by Team Green. Jalen Glaze out of Minnesota, who's also a defensive back, taken by Team Green. Sharif Sae, Southeast Louisiana transfer, defensive end, taken by Team Green. So
send me a list and we could put up as a graphic the teams, the two teams, the roster so far.
all right, so yeah, I'm gonna send you what I have so far before they went off the live stream. And then also too, for those wondering why Gentle Hunt was not taken, Gentle Hunt also is ruled out with a ankle injury. He had ankle surgery, so he is out for Saturday. He will not be playing because I know a lot of people were wondering, where is he at? Why isn't he playing? And that's the reasoning.
He's hurt. That's all right.
Yeah, exactly. It's no worries, dude. Honestly, I'd rather him not play in this game. I'd rather him be ready for when the spring gets here and not spring. I'd rather him be ready for when fall camp rolls around. Certain guys, that's another thing too. Certain guys may not be playing for certain reasons because they've already proven what they need to prove in these practices, and also too because they're also still nursing injuries and stuff. So you'd rather them go through that now versus when it really matters when you go down to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot to look forward
to. Showed up.
Say again?
I said Pastor Peep showed up. He preaching again.
Oh, nah, I'm not even trying to preach, man. I'm not even trying to preach. But I will say this, of course, the majority of the picks were the offensive line early going.
Trying to see what they have in the trenches.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, I'll be real with you, man. It goes back to what you said about the draft, honestly. About the value of the trenches in the front seven.
Oh, between the SEC and everybody else?
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, that's the thing with offensive linemen. They're never like when you see a offensive lineman get drafted, it's like, especially even in the orange and green game, right? For the draft tier. It's the same thing with the NFL. When offensive linemen get drafted, no one's like, oh wow, because no one have any highlights or tape on them.
It's not sexy. There's tape on them. It's it doesn't ooh and ah.
You know what I mean? It's like people, like casual fans. There's nothing for a casual fan like, oh wow, they'd make a great catch or something. No, they just put their nose down on the ground and they just go do the work.
Exactly. You're right. You're absolutely right. And then the other thing too is how talented is the defense? Because there was a lot of defensive backs, defensive ends, linebackers. No defensive tackles were picked early on. I think Willie Simmons came out and clarified that. Certain guys have already been sent a certain way and stuff and set up. It was already by design. But I will say, dude, on paper, just looking at it now, that defense is just as fast, if not maybe faster, than last year's. I sent you the list, by the way, if you still want to, of what I had so far for the rosters.
Did you email it?
Yes, I did. So, dude, that list is something, right, man. I was midway through the draft. I'm looking at it and I'm like, holy crap, dude! This defense is loaded. This defense is freaking loaded. Like,
that's a good thing to have.
It really is, honestly, because it's like,
especially in the SWAC with a lot of
offensive.
How do I say this nice? Not offensive firepower. A lot of talent, I should just say, leaving the conference in a certain state, and then you also have another state having a lot of issues going on with their football teams, and in your same state, you have another team in your state who has definitely a lot of issues going on in your state.
That's
you
true.
guys saw your offense can be garbage in the SWAC right now. As long as you got a good defense, you're gonna kill everybody else.
That's very true. And honestly, that's the thing people don't realize is that I believe, fam, you had a streak of 15 games from 2019 to 2021 where they had at least one turnover in every game. We got a comment. I like that draft idea, Willie Simmons. Oh yeah, no, it was genius. It was brilliant. The whole production was just perfect, honestly. The Ace, if you get a chance to go back and watch it on FAMU's athletic page on Facebook, if you have a Facebook, you young gun. I mean, like the production was nice, the strategy of it was nice. I enjoyed the entire layout of it. It was very well done and very well handled.
Trying to see how we should do this nicely.
My only thing I would say with that draft is if they could put in some of that draft music for when the pick is in, if they could put that in,
Ding, ding, ding.
yeah, like something like that, that would be nice. That's my only thing I'd say. But other than that, it was perfect. I enjoyed it. It was nice. But yeah, no, I agree with Ashton. I agree. I like how he set it up. I think it was a little bit by strategy. Um, so, you know, we'll, I'm looking forward to Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be sitting right here. I'm hoping it's streamed live on Facebook, which it should be for those of us that don't make the trip up to Tallahassee. So, yeah, looking forward to it. You get that roster up yet?
I'm working on it. Give me a second, bro.
You good, bro. You good. Take your time.
I do this on the phone. I'm kind of slow on the computer.
You good, bro.
All
You
my
good.
all my edits come on my phone. All right, I'm cooking now.
Oh,
Give
nice.
me 2 minutes, and we'll do it. So while you talk
All right. So
about
a
talk
couple of
about your
things,
expectations of the game.
expectations.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
expectations, honestly, well, for one, I would say there's a couple of things I wanted to spin off of if certain guys would have been picked. Like for instance, I want to see how deep is this wide receiving core without Xavier Smith and with the addition of certain guys that didn't play last year. So like, how is someone like Darian Oxendine going to step up? Because we already know what Jamari Cherie can do. We already know what David Manigo can do. So like, the maturation coming into a new season for Darian Oxendine. What will he do? Marquez Phillips, the transfer out of Virginia State. What will he do? So those are the two things I'm looking forward to this coming year. Deb coach recruiting coordinator Devin Rispers hinted at there's another addition coming to the wide receiver room that we don't know about yet. So there's still that. Plus, you got to think about the big giant offensive lineman coming in from LSU that's coming on campus to visit. And then plus there's also a defensive end that's not on campus fully yet that will be there in time for fall camp. That's a community college transfer that reminds me of Savion Williams. He's not even playing in this game yet. So there's still additions coming. But yeah, offensively, it's the depth at wide receiver as well as the progression that Jeremy Musa has taken from his first year in this offense to year 2. Do y'all know anything about HBCU? Because I get confused.
I was say, how come Orange have more picks or Green has more picks than Orange right now?
Honestly, it was me catching it. A little bit of me just catching certain names and stuff, and me not being able to type out certain names in time. So there was that. So of course, yeah, Green had more names. But do y'all know anything about the HBC media deals? Because I get confused most of the time. Honestly, dude, that is a huge rabbit hole, man. That thing is, oh my gosh. Because when people get going on, I've noticed one thing on social media about that is when people get going on that and they start talking about it, they go on this long rampage, and go down a huge rabbit hole, and they get so far deep down the hole that I look at it and I read it, and I'm just like, go ahead, man, you got it. Because it's like I feel like I missed the initial encounter with that, to where people were like, this is the introduction of it. See how nice it is? I feel like I missed that part because I feel like we're like 7 layers deep into this rabbit hole now. So, dude, I couldn't tell you, man. I could not tell you. I wish I could, but I can't. But also too, while we have a moment, the other thing that's interesting here is Jackson State spring games this weekend, as well as head coach Raymond Woody and Bethune-Cookman spring game is also this weekend. Another thing about Bethune is Marcus Riley, one of their top wide receivers, just entered the portal today. So they're already short 1-star wide receiver. I don't know if that means that he just didn't agree with what Raymond Woody was preaching, but he's in the portal. So they're short one wide receiver, but I'm sure Raymond Woody's working behind the scenes to get someone in there to replace him, or he already has someone on campus that will step up to replace him. So, yeah. But
All right.
Ace,
I
yeah,
am ready to do.
go
Unless
ahead.
you have a Rattler photo you want me to add on this.
Go ahead, show us what you got, as long as it looks appropriate.
Wow, tough crowd. He says, as long as it looks appropriate.
I mean, honestly,
Dang,
as long as it's not something
tough.
inappropriate like our friends at the Bucking Idiots podcast would post.
Why would you say that?
Because I know them and I know how they would act. But I know you. I know you'd keep this
I'm gonna
PG.
just share screen and then people will screenshot it as they go. Right? We can do that because I'm not entirely sure how we put in files onto this.
Yeah. So the final roster will be posted on Twitter and on Facebook later on as we go. Okay, here we
Can
go.
you see this?
Yes, we can. So those of you that are watching,
Screenshot.
have a look at it right there. The entire,
I'm making it nice and easy for you.
not the entire roster, but a little bit of the roster.
That's what we have so far.
Yeah, this is what we have so far, what we were able to catch while we were listening to the draft. So it goes as follows. Yes, the green team has more so far than the orange team. Of course, there were a few key draft pieces that were added at the end that we didn't get, but this isn't everybody, but this is what we have so far. So don't worry. So those of you that are just not tuning in saying, "Oh my gosh, I don't see any wide receivers. What's going on?" Just wait. Final roster's not out yet.
Here's Trey Fisher right there and Jeremy Lusa, Isaiah Majors. DBs started to go. Green was picking it up. If you notice a trend on it, D line, linebacker were generally the first picks.
Of course.
Like the trenches and the linebackers, so the big boys. Big boys went first among quarterback. Because look, first picks, defensive line, offensive line, and linebacker. Offensive line, well, QB was the outlier, and they had a running back, but it was DBs too. So you're like, you can see there was like a little run going on. Like they wanted to get who they wanted from a specific position group.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, as you can see, it was the DB run going on right here.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Certainly
So
will.
I assume wide receivers will come in pretty soon, if not already.
Yeah, I agree. And then the thing too that stood out to me most was the two tight ends got taken pretty relatively close to one another. Kamari Young
If I
and
had a FAMU logo, I got to stuck it right here, bro. And a penalty talk logo.
It's all good, man.
When the full draft comes out, we'll put out a graphic with the two teams.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the thing. I'm looking forward to seeing the two tight ends honestly contribute greatly. I was kind of hoping in some stretch of the imagination to see Kobe Gross catching passes from Musa, but maybe they can work something out and switch him to a green jersey and switch Kamar Young to an orange jersey at some point, or just really keep both of them over there. So who knows? But it's okay. I mean, honestly, I think that they'll have plenty of time to catch up and work together still in fall camp. So honestly, and this is the other thing I want to say before we do move on from this part. It's okay for defenses to be ahead of offenses in the spring. Offense takes time. It's fine. And Ace can vouch for me when I say that.
Yep. We said this all last week.
Yeah, we did. We did. Honestly, you're going to see that probably in a lot of spring games. You're going to probably see that in Colorado.
A lot of sloppy offenses. Definitely Colorado, you're going to see it. Well, not maybe because Shedeur knows the playbook that Dion likes.
Yeah, you are. But I mean,
but it's everybody else around. It's like the chemistry with the wide receivers is the part you have to keep an eye on.
Exactly. All right, and that is going to transition us over to the NFL. So, with that, now we can go ahead and talk about it.
What, Mr. Beckham?
this: did OBJ help heal the relationship between Lamar and Baltimore?
I think it's a little bit of a start, maybe.
I feel that. Honestly, there's like a
It's not fully healed until I see a 4 or 5 year deal with Lamar.
Amen. I agree. The thing with it is Odell gets a $3 million bonus if he hits like 3 checkpoints. I believe it was if he
Or
gets
we leads the team in every single wide receiver category.
yeah, it's like what 1,000 yards this season, a certain amount of
9
catches.
touchdowns.
Yeah, 9 touchdowns. Like if he
And
hits all
60
3,
catches, some of that, yeah.
yeah, he gets a $3 million bonus, but he gets $1 million for each. So I'm excited about it. I think a little bit of this too. Didn't want to say it in the heat of the moment, but I think a little bit of it too is I think Odell Beckham. I feel like he wanted to go to the Jets, but I feel like he got tired of sitting down and waiting to see what Aaron Rodgers
Same
was
thing
doing.
with Carr.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Nobody wants to wait for this whole drama show to run its course.
And then the thing about it is the Jets and the Packers still haven't finalized the deal. They haven't even spoken to each other in like a week.
More than a week. It's been probably since spring break the last time they talked to each other. So mid-March. End of March.
So
And today is the 12th
so
of
as
April.
it stands right now, basically, that means if not the Packers, if the Jets had to roll out right now and play a football game, they have a loaded wide receiving group.
Tim Boyle is the starting quarterback, probably.
Who?
Tim Boyle is the backup now. That's who they signed. Rodgers backup in Green Bay.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say Zach Wilson, but they'd still have to roll out with him. But I mean, hey, dude, that's how messy this is.
They got 15 days to figure it out. That's when the draft starts.
Look, it's been a couple days already.
Well, they have their time spot.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this: it would be a shame if this went the way it went, only for Aaron Rodgers to go back to Green Bay.
No, retire.
Or
It'd
that.
be better if he retired. If he retires, it's the best thing because it screws over the Packers because they don't get no compensation, and it screws over the Jets because they have no quarterback.
Zach Wilson would benefit a lot from what he's got around him, but can he do anything with it? Is the thing.
Nope.
That's what I fear. That's what I fear the most.
Jets are cooked.
They are. They really are. They better hope that this falls through, because this would be the second worst thing that's ever happened to them. Only worse than when Belichick took
the fumble.
Oh, well, yeah, that. I was going to say when Belichick took the job and then quit, 24 hours later?
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. But the butt fumble is a close number one.
Oh, yeah, it is, without a doubt. Without a doubt. On national television. That was pitiful. The other thing, too, NFC South continues to get interesting. So, Jeff Okudah.
No, it isn't.
How you feel about Jeff Okudah going to the Falcons? Why you got that face?
Bro had one good game last year, bro.
Don't do that.
He has one good game in his entire career. He's been in the league 3 years.
Honestly, wait, who was that? Was that Jeff Okudah or was that that was Sean Wade that was getting cooked by Devontae Smith in the national championship?
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Nah, Jeff Okudah had Jefferson in hell. Week 2.
Mm-hmm.
We have good Chiefs. Oh yeah, Chiefs good, like always. We'll get to the Chiefs in a minute. Justin Ross is doing an on-field workout.
I expected that. Jeez, oh my gosh, I forgot. Yeah, wait, didn't he get drafted last year? Because he came
undrafted because remember he had the neck issue and the foot issue during the combine, so he didn't do his workouts in the combine for the foot. So they're getting a potential wide receiver. Oh,
I just saw this. My bad.
That's why I said the good Chiefs part with the Chiefs. So yeah, so they're getting Justin Ross, gonna have Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore as the main men in the receiving room. And you're gonna be like, all right, well, there's a big if in that whole statement. because we know Travis Kelce's wide receiver 1, even though he's listed as a tight end. But then you also have to watch and you're like, well, if Tony can play at least 10 games next season, if Justin Ross is anything of over 50% of what he was his freshman year in Clemson, like, that's probably you're coming out the AFC again.
Of course, dude. They're coming out regardless, but it makes it obvious of why they
No
don't.
Joe Burrow love.
Say again?
No Jets love. No Joe Burrow love. No Herbert love. I'm just messing. Nah, the Jets ain't going nowhere close to the AFC Championship game. I can only see
I'm
Bengals
well, actually,
again.
it's funny you say that about the Bengals. I think it was Carson Palmer came out and
Oh,
said
Palmer, yeah.
he came
He
out and
said he'd take Burrow over Mahomes. Nah, I'm taking Mahomes every day, bro.
said
Mahomes had one leg and he did that in the Super Bowl. What you gonna do about that?
exactly.
Don't
That's
take sacks my behind. Dude had one leg and he ran for 40 yards.
exactly. So now I'm just like, really? Really? What? Why would? I mean, I like Joe Burrow. I think he's really cool, calm, and collected. I think honestly, if it wasn't for Mahomes, Joe Burrow would be eating the AFC alive easily.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Mahomes is just different. Unless Mahomes' body gives out in the next 5 years, it's like there's no way I see Joe Burrow being the best quarterback in the AFC or in the
Joe
league.
Burrow probably win. Well, Joe Burrow beat him 3 times, so it's not like a thing there. But you also got to remember, like, well, Mahomes beat him this last time. That's all that matters. Mahomes got the Super Bowl. I think it'll be a very similar to Manning Brady, with Manning being Burrow and Brady being Mahomes.
Of course, easily. Yeah, no, that's what I think the new rivalry is like. And then you've got someone that's reminiscent of Philip Rivers out there in
Josh Allen.
I wasn't even gonna say Josh Allen. I was gonna say Justin Herbert.
Nah, Josh Allen. Josh Allen ain't sniffing the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, you got a point. I was gonna say Jim Kelly in the terms of Josh.
Okay, Jim Kelly in Buffalo, Philip Rivers 2.0 in LA.
Yeah, because I mean, look, neither guy.
Then what if Lamar stays in Baltimore? What is Lamar then? Mike Vick?
I was gonna say Steve McNair.
I can see that one.
I was gonna say Steve McNair because, like, honestly, it's like McNair. He went to a Super Bowl, but he didn't win it. I'm rooting for if Lamar gets there. I'm rooting for him to win one. I am. It's just the fact of he has the. You got to look at what he's got to get through. His best bet is if he can draw the Chiefs to M&T Bank Stadium. But that's a lot of winning that's got to take place.
I think Lamar's best bet is to go back to Baltimore and pray to God his offensive line and his defense is actually healthy this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you think about it, Ronnie Stanley was hurt most of the year last year. Like they had a lot of shuffling pieces on the line. You had the entire defense was hurt in and out of the lineup. Your whole wide receiver core was on IR by week 10.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to stay healthy because Baltimore was running away with the AFC North. Then Lamar got hurt on a sack because the offensive line was gone.
It felt like the last 2 years they've been riddled with injuries, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know
the Saints have had a terrible injury luck. It used to be the 49ers. Now it's just those two. The 49ers have bad QB injury luck. But the Ravens, the Saints, them got some different injury luck. It's just weird.
I think it might be time for both to look at the strength coaches that they both have.
Mm-hmm. I think the Ravens got an F for strength coaches on that report card thing they had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna double check myself on that, but I'm pretty sure Ravens got a
well,
an F on that.
While he checks that, I can go ahead and pose this question: should Tampa trade Devin White?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of.
Okay, so they got an F- in strength and conditioning. Surprise, surprise.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Long time no see, fam. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. I like
You're
to see
messing
on your
with the
chest.
vibe.
Wow. But go ahead and finish what you were saying, Ace.
Yeah, so yeah, Ravens, they had a C plus in the weight room. Bottom 10, had for 22nd. Not good. You had F minus, dead last in strength conditioning, strength coaches. No wonder do they have so many injuries. A C
Years.
in training room. Bottom 11, number 21st. Yeah. That treatment of families is C plus, tied for 18th. Like that's not good either, but that's not what we're talking about. Weight rooms, strength coaches, training room, most essential parts of player health. Where do they rank? Bottom 15. Bottom 10.
That's bad, dude. You can't last long in what an 18-week season doing that and having that type of output from your medical staff. You just can't. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
You just can't. But yeah, back to this one. Should Tampa trade Devin White? I'd say
Let Flash take this one.
Oh,
Let's let him get himself worked in.
yeah.
Let's get him worked in.
I mean, if he wants out, I mean, you have to respect that he wants out. I mean, if you want to try to keep him, you better talk to him and ask what he wants, what he needs, because that is a crucial part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, I mean, if he wants his money, then you're gonna have to oblige and either pay him up or send him away.
He ain't no $20 million linebacker.
He's really not. I can tell you that right now.
Well,
he is.
Then let me put it to you plain and simple. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not going to be competing in the next few years. And if he wants to chase his money, send him to the Panthers where they have a lot of cap space, or send him. Okay, maybe not the Panthers. That's a nearby.
No, keep going.
Send him to some team that's going to pay him money that is not that good. That's what I say. Plain and simple. As close as that sounds. Yes, send him to Houston.
All right.
They're already paying big money to someone that.
Ashton says hi.
Flash.
Oh, hi, Ashton.
Hello.
Sorry. So, allow me to explain for my long absence from penalty talk and why we had to stop the last give podcast and all. Number one,
we well, let's finish the NFL, then we'll have the soliloquy.
Okay.
Sound good?
Right.
Since we're already in the flow. Got it?
Okay.
Good.
Let's keep talking.
All right, cool. So you was talking about Devin White, right? Going to a team that is not in the division, but will pay him and has a lot of cap room, right?
Yeah.
Houston. Mainly Houston is what I'm thinking about. Indianapolis can definitely use a running partner for Darius Leonard.
So here's
gone.
Here's the thing.
Our team's wanting to pay him that kind of money because, like, it's already teams that don't want to pay Lamar Jackson that kind of money. Do you think they want to pay that kind of money?
Here's what
I want to say one thing before you go, JPeeps.
This
is going to probably go into what I think you're going to say. I think Devin White's going to get humbled like what Chauncey Gardner-Johnson did. Got humbled by the league. His attitude toward everything out there, especially to like the team, like how he said he was done with Tampa, and then he said, "Oh, it was just a time of reflection," and now requesting a trade within a month of it all happening like that. Yeah, the league is gonna humble him big time, and he's gonna have to do a prove-it deal.
Of course. Here's the thing. He wants what Roquan Smith's contract currently is with Baltimore. It's actually kind of funny. It's actually funny and ironic that Baltimore gave Roquan Smith this deal, but Baltimore wants to sit on their fingers and not give Lamar Jackson this type of deal. So Roquan Smith is sitting here with a 5-year, $100 million contract extension. He is the highest paid linebacker in NFL history with about $45 million guaranteed. Sips water.
Sips water.
So
the best part about that is, I'm gonna chime in. Best part about that Roquan Smith deal is the Bears got a second-round pick for Roquan Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bears also replaced him with Tremaine Edmonds, and I'm forgetting the dude TJ Edwards from the Eagles. Under that contract, both under that total contract for Roquan Smith, they replaced Roquan Smith with two decent, not as good linebackers as Roquan, but one par level and Tremaine Edmonds, and one like a 3-star if you want to call him. So like Roquan's a 5-star, right? Tremaine's a 4-star, and TJ Edwards is a 3-star, right? They got 4 and a 3-star for under the same contract that Baltimore gave Roquan. Continue.
Now, see, my thing with this still is why did Roquan get that type of deal, but Lamar didn't? Roquan he is a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's not Lamar. He's not
I gotta
Lamar.
pay Patrick Queen soon. So I don't know.
Exactly. That part too. And then the thing is with Roquan Smith, I remember there were issues coming in to his rookie year where he wanted he wanted all his money up front.
Yeah, he had the guaranteed issue with the Bears.
Yeah, see, so that's an issue there. I don't know what it is with these linebackers nowadays. I mean, I understand young soldier, get your money, but dude, this is hurting Lamar Jackson right here. And if I'm Jason Light's gonna somehow swindle this. He's gonna somehow swindle Devin White. Just you wait, because if there's anybody that knows how to really work the system, it is Jason Light. I don't know what he's
I
going
can't
to do.
believe Saints fans had the audacity to want Devin White after what he did.
I stopped. I was like, what?
I don't know why the Saints fans were mad. Like the ones with a brain were flaming the ones who wanted Devin White.
Should I speak my mind real quickly?
Go ahead.
New Orleans is a very fucked up city, plain and simple. Me and Ace had been there, and let me tell you straight up, it is exactly what Eli Apple said. I'm sorry to say it that way. And also, like, the amount of shit and voodoo and all that crazy black magic and stuff, you don't know what the fuck these people are thinking are over there. Excuse my language, but that is my thoughts about the city of New Orleans. That is my thoughts about why those fans are probably a little crazy over there.
Tone it down.
All right.
Tone it down.
All right,
so let's just take it down about half a notch there, buddy boy.
I am lowering my mic.
They're gonna make a voodoo doll out of you.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Please, it might be the most sold one.
All right, let's just hope nobody finds this.
Make sure you give me my commission or else I'm gonna have a copyright saying you use me to make a doll.
Royalties.
Yeah, I need my royalties. Thank you.
Get your NIL deal.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But
I mean, we were. I forget where we were. Oh my god.
Devin White, Lamar, and Roquan Smith.
That's where we were. But I will say, like I said, dude. I think Jason Light's gonna make an example out of Devin White. He's gonna turn him into a draft pick or draft picks or draft capital or something. Something, somehow, some way. Because right now he's on his 5th-year option. I think this may be his last year in Tampa coming up right now. He's going to have to go out there and show what he can do so he can earn himself a new home somewhere. But even still, I don't think he's going to get top dollar like he wants.
He might get dealt this season for crying out loud.
He might get dealt before next week, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, really, honestly. What was that you said? You said the Jets got how many weeks to figure out what they want to do?
15 days.
Yeah, so the Bucs got 15 days to really figure out what they're going to do with Devin White.
Well, let me ask you this, guys. Is Lamar more likely going to stay in Baltimore now that I got OBJ, or
we discussed
Baltimore, Indy. There's no other options for Lamar.
I cannot see him going to New York Jets. I do not see that happening, despite the
he ain't going to the Jets. It's if the top 3 quarterbacks go 1, 2, and somebody jumps Indianapolis for 3, which is a great transition point with teams calling about the Cardinals for the number 3rd overall pick. Like if Tennessee, so like hypothetical, Panthers go Young, which would suck. Texans go Stroud, and the Titans jump up for like Anthony Richardson or Will Levis, right? And Indy liked all those guys, but they weren't high on either Levis or Richardson for hypothetical sakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does Indy go call Baltimore and say, it's like, hey boy, I'll give you number 4 and our next year first, because that's what technically has to be 2 firsts, right? For Lamar and your first this year.
Let me ask you guys this in regards to this question that just popped up here. Is this draft upcoming? Is it a very like lineman, linebacker, D lineman friendly draft, or it's a quarterback friendly draft?
Yeah.
There's talks of quarterbacks going top 5. All 5 picks going 5. quarterback.
Well, I'm asking in terms of D-line quality or offensive line quality.
Good D-line quality. Well, technically, Will Anderson's a pass rushing linebacker, but he's technically a D lineman. You got what's that guy there from Clemson? Murphy, Miles
Because
Murphy, I think his name is.
Because here's this: if I'm
Lucas
the
Van
Cardinals, I'm sorry for interrupting. But,
Jalen Carter. Sorry,
Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Miles Murphy. You have options.
there's a lot of Elijah Cansey.
Oh yeah, that's right. Georgia has a lot of D linemen going out as well. That's true. But what I'm trying to say is that if I am the Arizona Cardinals, I am either looking for high quality offensive line pick or damn good D line to help me stay competitive in that NFC West with Kyle Murray.
JJ did retire.
Yes, that as well.
I think Marcus Golden too.
If the O line quality is not there, I always just deal it for. See if you could get a good O lineman or something.
I think Tennessee's got 11.
Yeah, so they've actually
Tennessee is the one who's got to jump them.
People have been saying Tennessee's calling and inquiring because I guess
for Kyle Murray.
No,
but they're also saying Houston's not taking quarterback at 2. Is something that's been coming out recently. They're saying might be most likely Young at 1. Houston doesn't take quarterback at 2, but instead goes, I think, Will Anderson, I think is who they're thinking about at 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody jumps Indianapolis for 3.
I've been hearing that Tennessee
Which could be Vegas and Tennessee.
I've been hearing that Tennessee may call and jump the Cardinals because
jump Indianapolis.
Yes, because they've said that Malik Willis is falling out of favor with them, and then at the same time,
new regime. That's why.
Exactly, and then Ryan Tannehill's not that guy, and we knew he wasn't going to be that guy for forever. We knew he wasn't going to be the guy you hand the keys to for the next 10 years. So it makes sense. And then the Cardinals are already essentially set with Kyler Murray. So,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're the Cardinals, you want to look to get deeper. You want to get some quality pieces around Kyler Murray, especially for the sake of protecting that man, because they have not done a very good job protecting him, to be fair. That being said, has Kyler Murray been underperforming? Yes. But at the same time, you cannot expect your quarterback to perform well when your offensive line is not even protecting him. You cannot expect that man to run around all the days of his life. All right? We know he's a much better pass slinger than a running quarterback, even though he's goddamn athletic.
That's facts.
That's my 2 cents about Kyler Murray. If you're not going to give him that respect, trade him away to a team that's actually going to respect him.
I think they're going to give him the respect.
He will get traded next year if he gets traded.
And honestly,
he will get traded if they get number 1.
The Cardinals are about to deal DeAndre Hopkins, so that's even more draft capital that they're about to get. Because when you go back and you watch the in-season Hard Knocks with the Cardinals, DeAndre Hopkins, I think, is in a place where he doesn't even realize that he is one of the best wide receivers in the league.
He's not in Arizona.
Exactly, he's not. He's so I think he's essentially, in a sense, given into the whole culture of losing. That I think he's forgotten what winning was like when he was in Houston with Deshaun and JJ. I think that's what it is. I think he's just learned to come to accept that he may not ever get a ring. I hate to say it like that, but I think that's what it is. Because when your coaches are saying that about you behind your back, there's something there. And even his vibe gave that off.
I think Arizona just killed it, took it out of him. I think that's part of the problem. I still think he could potentially be a very elite receiver. I mean, if you're Baltimore, I mean, I say
Kansas City.
Baltimore and Kansas City should be taking shots at him. Yeah.
OBJ and Andre would be nice.
Yeah, that is a nice lineup. Obviously, my biased self wants to say the Seattle Seahawks, but I think we're pretty set on wide receiver. Yeah, we don't. Well, here's what I say. If DeAndre Hopkins is going to take you at the next level in the passing game for Geno Smith, it's something to think about. But at the same time, you're Seattle. You want to work on bolstering that defense and keeping your quarterback healthy. Well, not that's just the name of the game right now for Seattle. But if you know that, hey, DeAndre Hopkins is worth the risk, and I say by all means, I'm down for that personally.
Feel that. And we can go ahead and swing on over to hot topics for this evening too now.
I assume I missed NBA talk.
No, you did not.
Nope.
We're actually right here on the dot for it, but we're gonna first talk
gonna
about
do
the Rays,
Rays.
The Rays.
who are actually in the
The Rays.
seventh
The
inning.
Rays. I'm sorry, I have to do
Bottom
it.
of the seventh. They actually are winning 8-7 against the Red Sox. If they win tonight, they move to 12-0. So, actually, right now, as it stands, coming into tonight, we don't know the numbers at the moment because they've actually hit more home runs. But the Rays have actually hit 10 more home runs than runs they've allowed this year. That's how
Good
good.
Lord. It's the bottom of the seventh. How many innings total are there in baseball? Like
9.
9.
So the Rays would actually have to play defense to end the game and win if they hold on. But this has actually been probably the second most competitive game of this series. Last night was a boat race. The Rays ran them out of the trop. Game 1 was a defensive stalemate till the very end. The Rays won that 1-0. So it's been a good little series so far. But
I'll say
So
Personal-
if the Rays sweep them, then all the conversations about the competition, they're like who they're playing, will be done.
well, can I say something?
Go ahead.
I'll say this from a management business perspective. The Rays are looking very nice for someone to buy. If someone wants to buy them out and move them to Tampa,
Well,
generate some massive interest and income.
Well, there's already been talk about building a new stadium in St. Pete.
St. Pete, no, but that's just Stu Stillberg is being stubborn. That
Yeah,
guy don't even care about the Rays. Let's be honest.
I actually had this debate, I want to say, 2 years ago with the mayor of St. Pete. Because I said it actually on this account. I said the Rays would be more of a hot commodity if they were in the Channelside district or over by the Hard Rock Casino in
Look,
Tampa. And
even
someone came and told me, and he replied and told me, he said, well, the city of St. Pete is such a wonderful city. It's growing. People love to come here. I'm like, look, I told him straight up. I said, look, I understand that, like, with this new rule change in baseball with the pitch clock and stuff, that it'll get people home by 10 o'clock at night if they go to a 6 o'clock game. But I'm gonna be real with you. Me driving to St. Pete and back is running up the mileage on my damn vehicle. I'd much rather than be in Tampa.
well, not only that, I mean, most of the Tampa Bay population don't even live in St. Pete, for crying out loud. That's the first problem. Number two, I mean, if you get the Rays to even go to like,
he's back.
hey, Trump,
The legend is
he's
back.
back. It's strictly for pleasure. Only in baseball, they'll never make. Yeah, he's out wrong, but let me tell you something about this drunk. All right, the city of Tampa Bay do love the Rays. Number one, all right. I remember. Let me say something right now, all right? I remember back in middle school when everyone was rocking a Longoria jersey back in the day, back in 2010, 2012. That was the man in Tampa Bay back then, other than Steven Stamkos. All right, so let me get that out of the way. Number two, and second of all, if the Tampa Bay Rays go to even to Brandon or like New Tampa or even somewhere up in Pasco County, there's no.
We gotta go Riverview.
I mean, even up in Pasco County, like Wesley Chapel, like think about it. There's no bridge. Riverview is a great spot, I think.
If they put it in Riverview, they would be forced to improve the infrastructure in Riverview, which is something they desperately need in terms of roadways.
Well,
because if you just hop on that settlement, it is literally like half the time it would take to get to St. Pete. You would be in Riverview. It's like 20 minutes to Riverview.
That's
compared to an hour.
And plus, they got those express lanes too. If you have like the Rays new stadium where the Top Golf is and all that, that would be a good.
Nah, the Heat. There's a reason why no one rocks with the Heat, and the Heat arena is empty.
Hold on.
Because the traffic in Miami.
Time out.
I'm already on it. I'm on this one.
No, we barely rock with the Heat.
Is because the traffic in Miami, it is a pain to get to Miami. If you check Amway Center in Orlando, that thing was popping every game this year.
I actually do rock with the Heat because I am a Heat fan.
I rock with the Heat more than the Magic, even though
I would look okay. Yeah, he's a Magic fan, but I will say
he's a Magic fan because he chose to be a Magic fan. All right, he did. But I mean, look.
Well, he only lives like 2 hours away from the damn arena.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
But I will say,
it's just literally you used to drive to see a Braves game, or you could just double it and go see a Magic game. That's like way better.
You're gonna be paying the same amount of gas and the same amount of time with the traffic.
Oh
Let's
no,
be real.
the Magic tickets for holy crap! That thing is insane.
No, hold on. I'm gonna fact check. I'm gonna fact check Flash with that whole. You're gonna be paying the same amount of gas. No, you won't.
No, I did not say the same amount of gas. It'll be the same amount of
traffic.
time.
I was gonna say
no. You ain't taking. Look, it's an hour to get there, and plus the traffic to get to 275.
No, you would go up to 75 and then Turnpike. You go up 75 and then Turnpike, and it puts you right by the arena.
We took some other road. I forgot.
Knights Griffin. We took Knights Griffin across, but you can also go up 75 Turnpike, and it puts you right by the arena.
Anyways, what I'm saying is that traffic wise, I do think what do you call it? The traffic to Orlando is like what, an hour long. If you go to the St. Pete to Trop during a Rays game, that also is an hour long drive. So
no, but St. Pete to like if you're from like where we live to the Trop during rush hour, it's like a 2-hour drive.
All right, so let's see what's next for the Heat. Honestly, dude,
I can do a whole breakdown on the Heat if you want.
Honestly,
man, blow it up.
Do y'all talk about the Bolts yet?
It's time. No, we haven't. Hold on. I think it's just like a little bit of it is guys like Udonis Haslem he needs to retire. It's time. I feel like he was
taking up a roster spot.
Exactly. Well, 10 years.
Here's another thing with Udonis Haslem. It's cheaper to pay him as a player than to pay him as a coach.
They could have given him a front office position.
We'll get to that in a minute, Ashton. Back to the Heat.
Wait.
This.
Okay. Well, now I want to see Ashton's comment just now, but all right, we'll look at it when we switch to NBA.
Somebody like Jimmy Butler and stuff, man. It's like what Renee said. The leaders of that team have to step up. Honestly, for me, the leaders of that team have to step up.
Low key,
it's not the leader of the team needs to step up. The leader, they all need.
The front office needs to step up. Let me remind you. Pat Riley didn't do a damn thing during the trade deadline. Just remember that.
Hey,
he did not do a single damn trade.
Hey,
boy, chill. This is it right here.
Amen, drunk.
Drunk spitting with this.
Pat Riley is like Pat Riley's still holding on to that glory he had with the Lakers.
He's like, I got my rings, man. No, bro, you need to retire. Bam,
no. You want to see one funnier?
Bam versus Clint Capella was a mismatch last night. I'm gonna go Flash on this one. Bam was literally just standing there, and Clint Capella was grabbing rebounds over him left and right.
Bam is supposed to be
if they were smart, they would trade Bam before the draft, get the picks, and actually build around Jimmy Butler with guys who aren't undrafted or second-round picks.
Can I say this about Bam?
If guys like Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, like those guys aren't NBA, like they wouldn't be starting on other teams. Let me rephrase it like that.
Let me say this
comment. That's so funny.
What comment?
We'll get to that in a minute.
We're gonna get to that.
All right, Flash, get to what you got to say about that, and then we'll get to Ash's comment because I think you're gonna love that part.
I saw a glimpse of it for a second, but
this would have been a terrible trade for both sides because Rudy Gobert was terrible.
Go back the other comment back for me. I just need.
Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, this one.
What's next? Okay, so let me say this about Pat Riley. We're talking about the guy that didn't do a single thing during the trade deadline. All right, that is the biggest problem. Let me lower my mic.
No, he did do something. He did more than the Bulls. The Bulls were the only team who didn't make a trade all year.
Oh, but I mean, it's still a shame for Pat Riley for what he did. So
I disagree on just.
Oh yeah. Bam. Okay, so disagree on just. Yeah, I agree with you on that. They need to tear it all down.
Let me say this, all right? I think Bam, he saw his potential, but someone needs to bust on his ass and remind him, hey, what the fuck happened to the Heat culture?
Chill, bro.
What happened to Heat culture?
You come on with all this energy.
I know, really.
The wrong type of energy.
What happened?
Want the chill vibes, not the fire
what
vibes.
Happened to?
Come on.
All right. What happened to the Heat culture that Miami's so proud about, that they were lambing on about? I didn't see.
Yeah, they're in the wrong decade for that.
Let me also get you in another part. Kyle Lowry didn't even look all season good until that playing game, for crying out loud. He didn't.
Action. Pause, bro. We didn't even get to the other fun one yet.
Oh, don't. Oh,
Then
yeah.
we'll get into that one.
He's dropping gems though. Ashton dropping gems though.
Ashton got
I wish
the
I could see
gems,
those
and Drunk is
comments.
just putting in the takes, and it just works.
Exactly.
So yeah, the whole team, like I think Jimmy's gonna request a trade, and he's out.
I think
he's like his player options up soon anyway.
here's
Bam
here's
got they can do a full rebuild just by trading Bam. Given what they got for KD and stuff, like well not like he's not gonna get a KD type pick haul, but then when you watch what Rudy Gobert went for, yeah, Bam is gonna get you some good stuff to start a rebuild if you're Heat and you're actually smart. Now, for this, wait, was this the last one? Drunk said the Heat have been good on the side of trade rumors for 3 years with 0 results. Yeah, because they go and sign guys like Kyle Lowry, who, like, albeit he was good yesterday. Well, let's be real.
the Lakers had a chance to get Kyle Lowry. They had their chance.
Hold up, wait.
All right.
That was a joke, by the way.
Bring it up.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you ready for this nuclear disaster?
I didn't even finish my Miami Heat takes. But
Man, no, we know. No, you gonna like this one.
You gonna want this one over that Heat one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Before I show you this one, 3 promises: no more f-bombs, no more cussing, and keep the tone down to a minimum. You can have energy, but not just tone it down a tad bit for this one. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
I would not laugh. I'll be crying and being happy with tears of joy. That's
no, you'll be trolling on Twitter.
I will. Well, I'll say this. I will troll on Twitter for the amount of shit that we have caught from Lakers fans from that hideous fan base. That I have. I'm speaking French.
We.
Not penalty talk. When I say we, I'm talking about myself in this case.
Yeah, there you go.
I am technically a guest on penalty talk today, so on the running gun. So when I say we, I'm talking about me
since 2022.
Yeah, that's another thing. We'll talk about this whole situation over here in a minute, but yeah, I would actually be happy if Russell Westbrook wins, and I still believe he has that chance to win with the Clippers. I still believe in the Clippers, and here's why. Well, actually, let's avoid the Clippers talk. We haven't even reached NBA talk, have we?
We in it right now.
We're already in it. We've been in talking about the Heat for the last like 10 minutes.
All right. So, matter of fact, you guys can have me do my live predictions right now if you want me to. Even though not all playing games, I can still drop my picks right now, live on camera. So, but I'll say this: I still believe in the Clippers. Russ and Kawhi Leonard have been clicking really well lately, and not a lot of people have been talking about that lately. They have been clicking very well within these last few games while Paul George was out. All right, both the two of them have been averaging like 50 points combined from the last few games. So that's something to take note of. And I know a lot of people are going to be saying the Clippers are going to be massive underdogs against the Sun, but here's the thing: not many people. Everyone's be looking at, look at KD, he's a demigod and stuff, and Devin Booker's going to be putting up all these points, and Chris Paul is a point guard, even though he hasn't looked like point guard in a while. He's Mr. Triple Singles these days. But anyways, on to my points about the Los Angeles Clippers. Number one, and first and foremost, they have Eric Gordon, who could be a lightning spark when he gets going. That's number one. Number two, Eric Gordon as well can also give hell to Devin Booker on the defensive end. He did that to Donovan Mitchell back when he was playing with the Houston Rockets. And let me tell you something. He made Donovan Mitchell look like a normal dude and not no special dude back then, all right? So, and then they also have Norman Powell that's not being talked enough, who's probably like probably like one of the best role players that they have in the league right now, coming off the bench, dropping a smooth 17 points per game. That's another guy you need
somebody.
I like
you forgot the most important guy.
I like this one.
Terrence Mann, bud. Terrence Mann is one wild card, and I think he's gonna show up like he did versus the Jazz.
Well,
Terrence Mann, boy, if they started Mann and kept Powell as a 6-man, oh boy, I would take the Clippers. Like how Drunk got Clippers in 6. Yeah, I'd take the Clippers too.
Well, here's the thing: Powell's been still playing very well as well. Right, that guy, I have not seen Powell play this good since he was in Toronto. Because towards the end of his Toronto, he didn't look so good. since he's with the Clippers, he's been.
Powell was a big reason why the Raptors won that ring.
Well,
he was huge against. I want to say it was. I want to say it was Who did play in the Eastern Conference Final? Wasn't it Milwaukee?
Milwaukee. It was
Milwaukee. I want to say he was big. I want to say he was big, and he was either big in the Philly or Milwaukee series. Because
allow me to continue.
Pascal had a couple down thing, and Powell went off.
Allow me to continue, guys. Also, like people about the Kevin Durant thing, everyone's hyping about how he's lengthy and stuff. Like, are you all forgetting what Kawhi Leonard has done? What?
Oh, I was gonna say, are we forgetting that he got swept by Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown last year?
Who? Kawhi Leonard? Oh, that. Well, I mean that too, but I mean, to be fair, he has Steve Nash as a coach. I mean, Monty Williams is a different animal. He's been coaching really damn well. I'm not gonna include that factor, even though as much as I want to make fun of Kevin Durant for getting swept, we're not gonna talk about that. But on to my point. Oh my God, Ashton, you're gonna get me distracted. All right, but let me
put this one up. I was keeping
I put this one up.
We're trying to keep them on one topic right now.
Oh my bad.
That's how I'm doing it. I'm keeping him. I remember I kept him on the Heat.
Yeah.
Now I'm putting him on the Clippers Suns game, and then we'll get into Luka Willard.
So I mean, you know.
Oh, wait. Time out. We got update for the playing game right now. Raptors up 85-75 with 10 left in the fourth.
Whoa.
Wait. What's the score?
85-75, 10-24 left in the fourth. DeRozan, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 7 of 15. Okay, so it's not a complete DeRozan. It's not a complete DeRozan. Levine showed up. Vucevic like 5 of 12 with 10 points, 12 rebounds.
That's not a good look.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley, 0. Caruso, 2 points.
All right, John.
Scotty Barnes with 14, Pascal 24, Anunoby 13, VanVleet 23, 10, and 7.
I wonder if
continue. That was a little playing update game.
Well, I'm gonna make a little joke real quickly. I wonder if Drunk thinks Boogie Cousins is better than Vucevic. All right, now that joke is
back
gone. To the Clippers. The Clippers and Sun. So back to what I was saying. You know, I think Eric Gordon's gonna give Devin Booker hell on defense because Eric Gordon's defense has not been talked about. Oh, I forgot. Robert Covington.
I'm with you, bro.
I forgot. What's his name? Robert Covington. That guy.
Yeah,
people were at one point saying he's a better defender than Andre Roberson. That's another guy that's going to give Booker hell on defense.
That's if Ty Lue actually plays him and not Marcus Morris,
Robert Covington has been playing a lot more lately, from what I've been hearing and from the last few games. He has been getting more minutes, and I think deservingly so. I think Robert Covington is better than Marcus Morris. But let me
continue that. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'd take Boogie over Vucevic.
And now let me continue.
Poor Boogie got to go Puerto Rico to play. All right, continue. Hurry up.
Let me mention one major factor no one's talking about because everyone is like, KD is a long demigod that could shoot over anybody. Like, do you forget who Kawhi Leonard is? Do you forget what kind of hell he gives people on defense? Do you forget what he's capable of doing? Like, the Clippers team does not need Kawhi Leonard and Russell Westbrook to drop 30, 40 points a game to win this series. They need him to play good defense, and the rest of the other team is very lengthy and good at playing defense. Matter of fact, I don't even know if that might be a little bit of a stretch, but I still got Clippers in 6, even without Paul George if he doesn't come back in this series. That's what I'm feeling. Russell Westbrook and Kawhi Leonard are clicking. Kawhi Leonard's going to have KD in hell. Eric Gordon and Robert Covington is going to have Booker in hell. Chris Paul is going to turn to Chris Fraud, and Scott Foster's going to find going to give him hell in that series too. So Clippers in 6. And it's a disgrace that people are giving that KD hype too much because the Suns have been on a win streak. Playoffs is a totally different ball game, my guy. Clippers are ready. They've been looking ready. They've been looking great. If Ty Lue gets his rotations right, it's Clippers in 6.
Okay, I feel
All
that.
right. See,
Yeah.
that's not even the worst part. The whole the Clippers disrespect right now isn't even the worst thing ESPN's been doing.
Russell
It's
Westbrook just
treating the national media is treating the Lakers like if they're the 2 seed and the Grizzlies like they're the 7 seed. But we'll get into that later.
Dude, I'm sitting there. I'm looking at this. I'm
That's
like,
not
Where they
one of
acted like Memphis was not 35-6 at home this season. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. They got people saying Lakers in
Look.
5, Lakers 6.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
one of my friends legit believes
Did they
Lakers are in
not?
5. And the thing is, like, you know,
I was
she's actually a very reasonable like LeBron fan, but she believes in heart Lakers in 5, and like that's a bit absurd.
hey,
like, calm down.
Let's get on to this. What's up?
My question.
Also, one more point. No, Russell
I
Westbrook.
thought you was done, bro.
It was done too.
Russell Westbrook needs to.
You gave the prediction. When you give the prediction, you done. Now we go on to Luka and Lillard.
I need to talk about my boy Russell Westbrook. You guys know that.
You already talked about him.
The Westbrook. You already did the Westbrook solo. We were going on to Luka and Lillard.
He knows very well his disrespect.
Gone next season.
He's hearing his disrespect. He better show up because he's actually healthy. He has no excuse for him to play like shit this go around. He is healthy for the first time since 2018. I expect big things out of Russell Westbrook, at least on the defensive end. I think he's going to do like a 20-point per game series. But
who do you think is going to be at the organization longer, Luka or Lillard?
I think Lillard's gone this offseason, and I think. Well, okay, I'm going to rephrase this.
If we're talking about
they're going
totally
to have to make a decision. I think they're going to have to make a decision the night of the draft, or before the draft, if you are trading Lillard to get a lot of picks in this draft, or if you are trading the number whatever top 10 pick it is that you're going to get Simons and Sharp for a superstar to bring in like Jaylen Brown. Luke, on the other hand, they have to fire Jason Kidd. Kidd's got to go. Christian Woods, literally, I know Drunk said, not Boogie, I want to say, where's the one he said, Vucevic, the worst center in the league? Nah, Christian Wood is the worst center in the league, bro. We'll be fooling. Christian Wood is terrible, but anyway.
Christian Wood is not even a center. He's a power forward, I believe.
He plays both.
He's supposed to be a power forward. I think the Mavericks are just misusing him.
Okay, so yeah, they're gonna have to make a lot of changes. I don't know if they're gonna bring back Kyrie because the Kyrie Luka experiment, in my opinion, did not work because two offensive guys who don't play defense is just a bad recipe for success. Anyways, so yeah, Lillard this season.
I actually disagree
on
that. Personally, I actually disagree on that. They actually looked really well together on the court. They just didn't have enough time. They gelled together with the short amount of time they have playing on the new teams. So I actually disagree. I say Kyrie Irving needs to give it another year with the Mavs and fire that head coach, Jason Kidd. He's not a coach in the NBA. He's not an NBA level coach. I'm sorry. He had his chances.
I agree with that. Actually, I do not think that Jason Kidd is an NBA coach. I really don't.
He's
Maybe
terrible.
he tried on the college level and have success, but I don't think that he is a quality NBA guy, and it has shown time and time again. Well, what we got here? You know what, Drunk? I agree with you on this too. It's so hard to watch the Lakers even with AD and Braun. It is. It is.
Can I talk? May I talk? I don't want to I need to work on not interrupting y'all. So may I talk, please?
Yes.
All right. Look, the Lakers are getting extremely overhyped. All right. I already mentioned that my friend, who's like, he's not like even a biased LeBron fan. And I'm going to say this. They are hearing Lakers in 5 is a bit delusional, even though I despise.
Are we still on this?
Well, we're talking about the Lakers and the Grizz, so might as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
Because here's my point I'm going to make. They did not look that good against the Timberwolves. They did not look so hot. And the Timberwolves played a really bad game too. So if anything, I think that's a bad omen coming for the Los Angeles Lakers to the point they're going to need the referees to help them bail them out in close games. Because as of right now, I think Grizzlies might run away with this one because people are forgetting that the Grizzlies were a team that were giving the Warriors hell when they were playing really well. So, right. I like that. But yeah, the Grizzlies were.
That actually transitions right into this one. With it's hard to watch. That was some of the worst basketball I've ever seen in my life last night. That was rec center frat boys playing at the rec center level bad, bro.
Dude, here you go, right here, man. He played 45 minutes. He scored 30 points. In the playoffs, you think he's doing that at this point right now? Do you think he's doing that every night? float.
If D'Lo gets
And
and all the role pieces are, yeah, and it'll be a losing effort going out.
well, I think the refs, the way how they ref that game against Minnesota, I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is gonna get fouled out at least 2 times because of the refs trying to carry the Lakers. So there's that. Now, with this one, with Drunk said, Blazers fan, I won Lillard gone years ago. He kept yelling mediocrity. Yeah, I can see it. That's gotta be a frustrating thing. So you would rather trade Lillard. But then let me ask you this, Drunk. Put the answer in the chat.
Does Drunk believe in Kevin Knox?
Sharp or Anthony Simons gonna play point guard, or you're gonna have to trade Simons and build around Sharp? Because if you trade Simons, you're gonna get at least 3 more first round picks as well to build around Sharp. So just that one, throw that out there.
I want to know if Drunk believes in Kevin Knox.
Actually, no, I want to know too. I want to know what his comments are for that. I'm curious.
Yeah, these some TC alums up here, so that's where Kevin Knox went to high school. Them two up top want to this one here and this one here want to know what your thoughts are on Kevin Knox.
I mean, honestly, I just
they went to school.
It's good. Him. It's good seeing him doing somewhat okay in the league. So you know what?
I went to high school with him, but I mean, I'm just like whatever with him. He made his money. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, the whole our gym now is named after Kevin Knox.
Yes, that guy. Yes, that guy down there. He'd buy his jersey in a heartbeat.
Kevin Knox. Nah, I need a Westbrook jersey first before I get Knox. But that being said, the Blazers jersey is nice, so I might have to consider it.
What I tell you, Ace.
I'll have to consider it, but the Westbrook one has to go first.
He gonna buy the jersey for his birthday. Watch.
That's next year. We don't even know if Knox is on the team next year. Or in the league next year.
Instead of China. Another one. He believes Knox should be in China too. But he had like 30 points the other game, and he had a nice couple two-handed Grazers dunks. It looks like.
All right, so we're trading Anthony Simons here. I'll give you send him to the Magic, and I'll give you the Magic's first round picks this season in Bowl.
Wow.
Best I can do.
Wow.
Make me a happy man, Drunk. Send it in.
Here we go. Right, Lakers are so up and down. It didn't surprise me yesterday's performance. Yeah, no, I feel that. It didn't surprise me either. I just, like I said, I worry. Can they do this every single night? Because that is what it's going to take if they're really trying to win.
Bulls down 3. 6 minutes.
The gap got closed quick. Matter of fact,
it's
that game, Caruso woke up.
Alex Caruso, the ghost of Alex Caruso has waken up, guys. The White Mamba has officially possessed him.
What y'all think of that?
Flashing egos. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought it was just a flash of egos. Honestly,
no, I think that whole team.
It happens.
That whole team don't like Rudy.
Yeah, I think that too. Honestly,
that was a management decision to bring Rudy.
Everyone,
and I think it did them worse than what they were last season. They would have been fine if they ran it back with that roster.
Actually,
if Reed especially would have stayed healthy, I think that team would have been better without Rudy Gobert because they were playing better than without
Oh my God, Ace! I just noticed something, dude. Our quality. What is it? I don't want to. No nut ass bull. All right, then keep Kevin Knox then. All right. At least he gave you 30 points the other night against the Clippers, and he's giving you all some nice two-handed rim grazers. You can keep him.
Oh
yeah. He looks like he's been the best self since the New York Knicks days. So maybe y'all should just keep Kevin Knox in. It might turn out better for y'all. Actually, 2 comments. Ace.
True.
The quality is so good ever since we got our new Wi-Fi router. I just noticed that. This is insanely good. Like, we're not having any lag issues.
Yeah, I have to run it now on the laptop because the old one don't run with the new Wi-Fi, but it's all right.
No, it is like crispy now.
Yeah, the pane was wide open, but then Anthony Edwards thought he was Anthony Bennett for the Wolves last night and couldn't hit a shot for his life. So, like, whatever. Or he got his left shoulder shot like Markel Fultz and just forgot how to shoot the ball properly. And they couldn't score. Or Cat was such a big baby he couldn't take it in to the paint on Austin Reeves for some strange reason. Whatever. But yeah, they are still better than without Rudy than they are with Rudy. So whatever.
You know what? I want to talk about this: the Kings versus the Warriors, and here's why.
I hate it for the Kings.
Oh, Lord,
I hate
baby
it for the
Stephen A.
Kings.
I hate it for the Kings, but you know.
No, Ashton, we don't want all the energy out.
Oh, come on! I'm a very energetic person.
Trust me.
They know
Trust
that.
me, bro.
Jordan
We don't want
knows
all that energy out.
Jordan knows for a fact if I was a 6'2", 6'3" linebacker in the NFL, I could be making an
Anthony
impact
Bennett.
instead. But
Wait, what? Hold up.
I would be the loudest mouth guy if I was playing football, if given the 6'3" genetics to over 200 something pounds.
You know what? We need
Running back.
We need a 60 minutes on CNN segment for that on its own. So we might, we could probably do that Sunday at 6:00 to let him vent about that. But
What if Ajay was born with this spirit as a 6'3" linebacker, running back dude? What kind of menace he would have been?
We'll just have Ace follow you around with the camera to follow your daily routine.
All right. Jokes done, guys.
All right.
Let's talk about Tony Snell.
I
was extremely Anthony
the
Edwards.
wrong number one overall. Number
more
one
like
overall
Anthony
pick
Bennett.
named Anthony Boy for the.
Well, you know what? He was good defensively, but offensively, he was not himself. But defensive wise, he was pretty good, actually. To be honest, he was doing every other thing except shooting. It's just sad that he's not living up to his number one hype in a moment like that. But it's just a playing game.
Fine last year. He was hurt last night.
I mean, it's just a playing game. He could still show out against the Nuggets. So
no, he's got to play the Pelicans
Thunder.
or Thunder before he can play the Nuggets.
He has his way to redeem himself. Don't waste it.
All right, back
Anthony
to
Edwards.
do a 30-second on the Kings and Warriors.
Yeah. Wrap it up.
All right. I truly feel sad for the Kings. They got to play a crosstown rival in the Warriors, or cross city rival. It really should be. It's just sad because the Warriors are going to be shooting lights out. The Kings arena is going to be swarmed with Warriors fans with how expensive those tickets are. I truly feel sorry for the Kings fans. They waited all these years just to get mopped by the Warriors. This is what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Plain and simple. They're going to get mopped.
Okay, so I got Kings in 5. Let me write it down.
You got Kings in 5? They're getting mopped by the Warriors.
No, well, the way how he said all that, I'm like, all right, yeah. Let me say the jinx works since Kings in 5.
I wanted the Kings to win, but listen, Warriors fans are going to be storming that Golden One Center with those ticket prices, all right?
I mean, if you think about it, Kings fans haven't had much money to spend for like 20-something years, so they may just show up in their own numbers.
Look, Kings fans might have to worry about paying for their own cost of living in their own city in California.
Well, that's the entire state of California, too. It's just the cost.
Yeah, but like NorCal is just more money, except you get high up in the mountains. Like San Francisco, Sacramento is probably pretty expensive.
I feel that.
Like
folks, this is a very informative.
I sadly have to agree with Drunk on that one.
Warriors
also,
I can see
congratulations,
likely happening.
Steven Stamkos, 10,000 total goals.
1,000.
Oh, it's 1,000.
Genius.
Listen, you know what? There were so many zeros in that digit, it threw me off. All right, so 1,000 goals.
There was 3.
I couldn't count the digits. All right.
Go back to kindergarten. Jeez.
Congratulations, Steven Stamkos, 1,000 goals.
I know you baby Stephen A, but go back to kindergarten count.
Listen, Steven Stamkos is the GOAT of Tampa Bay.
You know how long that man would have had to have been playing hockey to get 10,000 goals? You know how many?
82 games? No, 10,000 games it was what it was last night. Anyways, let's see. 10,000 games, or 10,000 games, right? He would have had to play 82 games in a season. He would have had to play 121 seasons, 122 seasons.
Exactly.
He's just got to be a robot to do that, to top that one.
But I think he was like a skeleton.
That'll be Chris Paul looking for his NBA ring. That's all right.
honestly, Drunk has a good point. If it does go to 7, like, do you understand like the Kings and
The offense would be
the Warriors? No, the
tier.
Kings and Warriors, like that is going to be like Lakers level rivalry. Lakers Clippers rivalry we're talking about. That's Drunk has a point there.
Bulls up by 3 right now.
They're a
The
low-key
Rays just won their
Toronto is choking.
Say that again, Jordan. You didn't quite make
The
it.
Rays actually just won their 12th straight game. They are one game away from
The Rays.
They're one game away from tying the 82 Braves and the 87 Brewers.
The Rays
for the longest win
9-7
history since 1900. And then that's what they'll win tomorrow to close out the series and sweep the Red Sox. And if they win the start of the series against the Blue Jays, they would then have the longest opening win streak in league history.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. You know, if Stu Simberg wants to sell that team, bring them over to Tampa. I think the Rays deserve it. They have the front office to make them win. It could probably be super dominant. If I had the money, I'll buy the Rays right now and let the passionate people run it for me.
Look at you, big spender. Okay, with your Lightning jersey on.
Oh,
and his stuff Squirtle behind them.
But before we close out, I do need to give an explanation why the last gift has not been coming on. I feel like this should be cut out in its own separate point, but reason is, you know, this semester I do have to onto the Blues. Weren't the Blues like good? Didn't they win a Stanley Cup before Pat Maroon or I'm mixing up?
2019.
It was 2019. I thought it was 2017, but yeah, no, you're right. It was
2019. Yeah. Before Pat. Yeah, that's like before Pat Maroon came to Tampa. What are you talking about, Drunk? The Blues were good like not too long ago. It was just pre-pandemic. That's all. 4 years ago.
All right,
but let me wrap this up. Unfortunately, you know, with me in school and stuff, you know, truth of the matter is they required me to stay for study hall, so I had a lot of conflicting things going on. And with me driving to St. Leo, up to State City and back 40 minutes each way, it was very hard. I persisted through this semester. My grades are looking the best ever since in a long time, since high school. You know, I pushed through. But yeah, it's been a long semester, to put it bluntly, plain and simple. So that's why Last Give has not been on lately. We're actually thinking about renaming the Last Give. Not too sure what we're gonna name it yet, but we kind of want.
Yeah, we're getting rid of the knockoff First Take.
That is the truth about the Last Give. It was a knockoff First Take, and we thought you know, maybe we should make it more unique to our own. So hey, you know,
I'm just waiting.
If you guys got some
for hockey and basketball.
So you know what? I mean, look on the bright side, you all. I should be back next August. Keep doing podcasts. If not, you know, I do have an idea that maybe I'll do my own little I saw that.
I didn't even talk about that man. That man is getting his situation. I'm gonna top on this right before thing. Yeah, this whole thing with Zion, he's getting it to Kawhi, Markel. Like, if Kawhi and Markel's situations had a child, that is what Zion Williamson is right now. You have the family member trying to pull strings, and you have a player who was a number 1 pick with the expectations and doesn't trust his own body. Bad recipe right there.
So yeah. Worst case scenario, if I cannot get a podcast going, I might just do like a little talk show, pack my little webcam and microphone and record something at school, having a little, you know, study time with Flash or something like that, and we could talk sports. I don't know. There's a lot of thoughts going on, a lot of ideas. All depends what next semester gives for me. So, I mean, look, I want to keep involved with Penalty Talk. I like having fun with JPeeps and Ace. So we shall see what my future holds and at my time at Penalty Talk. But also, I think this is my first time trying out ever since I redid my room. I need to move this over here. That's why I realized I got to move this here. I have a few more sports signs up. Maybe a Russell Westbrook poster right there or something. Who knows? Or Steven Stamkos. I got to put the go to Tampa Bay. Look, I know we had Tom Brady, but Steven Stamkos is the go to Tampa Bay, and I'm going to die on that hill.
Ace. Oh my gosh. Well, Flash, you know, we love you, of course. You know, school matters more and everything. We're rooting for you and everything, of course. You know, you are always one of us, as always. We appreciate you. And when you are able to, we are still thinking about names for second show with you two. And as soon as we figure that out, and as soon as we get everything straightened out, we'll give people what they want, a return of Flash and Ace in their own separate show, and all that good stuff.
I'm a little disappointed we did not get Stink Bastard ever since the end of the season, ever since the last time I was on. That's a little disappointing. But
I mean, I can always talk to him and get him back.
it is what it is, but
all right, folks. As we all know, plus it's past Ace's bedtime.
You mean past your bedtime, old man? What you mean? You don't know people got to go to bed early to wake up early.
Yeah, I didn't take my medicine yet, so
with all due respect, Ace, until you get yourself out to Ybor and stuff at night, JPeeps.
No, all right. On
that note, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. Thanks everybody. Shout out Drunk Ashton for running the comment
Shout out
section.
To Drunk.
Good.
Shout out to Ashton for me having fun on my little return. So hopefully then. Got a lot of things going on, but y'all be easy. I'm gonna try to be easy, sending good vibes. Take it easy.
Good night, folks. Stay safe, stay blessed.